was a lot of price action. Some of it was easier. I guess I'm a little frustrated today because I didn't really perform, and I was trying to fit my narrative to the day, and I actually got into a terrible position at the beginning of the day. Kind of married myself to it, and kind of screwed me for the rest of the day. And just kind of let that thing fluctuate. Could have got out plus like $1,000. Decided to stick in, and then it screwed me. But anyways, there is some stuff to talk about. Noteworthy. This is actually the rejection I was looking for yesterday, and we got it today. And I didn't pay any attention to it. I'm pretty sure I said, oh, it would have been nice to see these two both wick. And then look, it wicks it both. And it doesn't take all the liquidity, but it takes most of it. You know what I mean? And that looks pretty jagged. That's like the low. I mean, and this just took this too. That's like a big indicator that this don't need to take this because this has already took care of that kind of a thing. Yeah, man. And I just couldn't get over a bearish mindset today, man. And there was some bearish moves in here, like this guy from up here. That was beautiful. That was a nice, easy order block read right there. We'll get into that. I'm not really gonna. So I guess on the hourly, here's the big point on the hourly. And this is where I fumbled the bag right here, guys. Okay. I mean, I still have my accounts are live, but I like to win every day, and so whenever I don't win, that's not something I have to get better at is losing, because I usually do pretty damn good, and for some reason I'm kind of, I guess it's the obvious reason, it's difficult to do this. Okay, so here's the trick that I fell for. Okay, I fell for a couple tricks here today. I was expecting this to go into here, and I got in such a terrible entry. I just clicked the damn button, and I just let that thing ride all freaking day. It was the worst entry, but maybe it helped me, and now that I'll get a good entry positions, they're going to flow a lot better right after I sat through all that shit. But I was thinking, I hope it takes this, because it's just going to feed this inverse fair value gap situation, balanced price. But what did it actually do, guys? It formed a freaking breaker, bro. So I was like, oh, feed the fair value, come down. And then after I had already my crappy position, I realized this, and I still could have got out, but I didn't get out, and I stayed in, got max loss. All right. But that's the big trick I had with. It's okay though. It wasn't really a trick. I just saw it after I got in, and I don't like to lose, so I'll hold on to a freaking trade for no damn good reason. I need to do a little bit better with that, a lot better, whatever. This so basically this 4-hour SIBI was in major play today. BISI, SIBI, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it started just stair-stepping these guys too, the 4-hour and the 1-hour BISI. 50%, 75%, top, and then it finally came way up in here. Freaking beautiful, dude. And then 75. Interestingly enough, this guy, I'm not sure exactly how this worked, but this gave us some resistance all day. This is where I should have got out of my trade on that big red candle, but I didn't. And then if I did that, my day would have been good. It's so common that we just do like that. We just, we want the best day possible, or I do. And so if I don't get that, I throw the baby out with the bathwater. Oh no, if I'm not going to get my max win today, I don't care if I take max loss. No, just chip, man. Just chip away. now that I'm doing this podcast, I'm able to talk about it. This is interesting too because once it closed up here, it was rejecting off the 25 a couple times, but now once we've closed up here on a freaking hourly, you could probably bet that it's going to use it as a springboard. Where it was giving resistance before, now it's giving support. So common, see it all the time, and I wasn't freaking keen to that. I'm so mad about it. Whatever. I am frustrated about it, but it's okay. I see it in hindsight, and now, like, this is going to take some reps, and this is still my first year, and although I've had some great success, I just got to keep with it, right? Stay with it. Let's go right down to the 1 minute. Man, and you'd be surprised how easy it is to just tell yourself some stories, man, and just try to justify your position whenever you could just get out of that sucker and get in on a good entry. Right? Okay, so we're in the 1 minute now. Fair value gap. First presented fair value gap. I need to really stretch this out. Okay, here we are. This is the first presented fair value gap of the week. This is the first presented fair value gap of the day. Okay, tell me about that. Boom, you could have had that trade. That was okay, actually. Kind of a dull day, to be honest. This is a decent range, though. How many handles is it from the top to the bottom? 545 to 4. It's like 100 handle movement day, except for to the end, it kind of busted up, and that's whenever it gave us the larger up move. Where'd that go? Yeah, it's a lot further down. Damn, man. Yep, that's where I got screwed. So I screwed myself, and then it had a large movement up. Cool. So what do we want to highlight here at the opening? We want to highlight it, rejecting off of the 50%. It's above the 50% of the BISIs. Perfect. You got to pay attention to that. Boom. This is a new day opening gap. Kind of spend some time in there. First presented for a value gap. Shot above it. Okay. And closed above the first presented for value gap of today. Okay, so that's where that is, and it's showing it kind of fluctuates around there. It's on the high side. It's having a hard time working through. It stabs through, still closes above it. That's what that is. That's a bullish entry. Wasn't keen to that. I mean, this could have been, you could have put 3 lots on this and made it good money. But, or 1 lot and just get $1,000, which is probably what I'm to freaking start doing. Where did it go to? This 25%. So it was rejecting off this 25% all morning long, all day long. And then now it's at the top of the BISI and acts like, oh, yeah, we're going to go down. This was a good move, little down. I do want to highlight. Oh, yeah, so that's first opportunity to get out of my trade. Don't take it. And this was a decent little opportunity. It kind of shows that it was going to respect this, but then it ended up kind of blowing it out, but then still working its way down. Really back and forth today, though. This was pretty good. I mean, what do we see here? It tossed down, rejected off of 75% of the 4-hour BISI. Did we see a clear rejection off of that before? Yeah, kind of. But boom. And it takes all the stops in the morning. What time did this happen at? Right after the lunch ended. Takes all the stops. Man. All right. I'm processing. But here's this nice little close above 50% and then take off out of it all the way to the top. That would have been a beautiful trade to be in. Something on the hourly, that breaker, which is kind of duped me a little bit. So here's the Where's the 59 candle? It closed below 50% of that breaker. And so I kept the position open on that basis. And then it rocketed up. And I was nowhere to be, and I just threw the pooch. Rejects off 75%. So it's rejecting off of the 4 hour and the 1 hour bissies that we're seeing. I'll zoom out after. And then now it finally breaks over this pretty convincingly and takes stops. And now it's using it as support. That 25%. Shoots up. Uses that support once. Bam. Shoots up. Oh, looks like it's going down. Bam. Shoots up again. Where does it go? New day, new week opening gap like a magnet. So dumb. I mean, this is stuff that is obvious, and I just wasn't able to see things clearly today. And I have some ideas why, but I'm gonna just try to clear my head. Take price for what it is. Don't try to predict it. See what it's doing at these levels, and kind of really look at it clearly. Let's see if there's any real-time trading hours. I think this is going to be a pretty short one here. I mean, the story is all in this 4-hour BISI. It's rejecting price down all day. Bam, 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 bam. And we already kind of talked about the rejections upward. Then it finally breaks over it. Good, convincing, boom, and then uses that support. Climbing up these 4-hour BISIs. This would have been a beautiful entry. Fair value gap. Is that the silver bullet? Is that the fair value gap entry? 950. Yeah, it's after 930. What else we got there? That'd have been nice, beautiful entry. Rejection off of the exact areas I was looking for rejection on yesterday. But didn't want to take it because I wasn't convinced that there could be a freaking bullish day in a bullish market. So now, lick my wounds. Catalog this kind of stuff. Make sure I'm seeing things correctly. Oh yeah, this is real-time trading hours. That's what we're looking at. So additionally, it kind of closed the gap and went down. So it's, after it does this, then it's like, okay, what's it going to do now? Comes back into the gap, and is it going to reject off and it closes above? Then it gives you that last chance at that fair value gap entry right here. Or rejection off of 75%. Rejected off of 50. Bam. And you're seeing a little bit of body respect on the candles. A lot of bit of it. And then it touches this 75 right here. That would have been the freaking ting. That would have been a freaking sniper entry. Okay. A lot of back and forth here. A lot of mumbo jumbo. Really wore myself out today with the crappy entry I had. But we will be back tomorrow. I think there's some news. And yeah, so it's let's check it out. Maybe we can find a good one. I want one with like Econo Day. Nice. I think this is the one that ICT uses. I don't know what's going on. What happened to my trading? What the heck? I thought I had. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just exit out of my browser? I don't know what I just did there. Well, this is acting like a pain. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to talk to you later. Hasta la pasta, guys.